100K training drip campaign. Now let's talk about the importance of a drip campaign. Let me ask you a question. When a prospect doesn't buy what you sell, how many times do you follow up with them? Small business owners focus primarily on generating leads, but remember that on average, only 1% to 3% of prospects are now buyers. 97 to 99% are not ready to purchase that day, but many of them will buy sometime in the future if you continue to nurture them by staying in touch on an ongoing basis. Unfortunately, the vast majority of small business owners rarely, if ever, follow up with their prospects after their initial contact with them. When I did my initial research on your industry, I couldn't find any other business like yours that has in place what we call a drip campaign. So why is that important? Listen to this very carefully. I mentioned this earlier, but I really want to reinforce it here. 80% plus of all sales occur between the 5th and the 12th point of contact between the business and the prospect. 80%. Are you starting to see an opportunity here? This is where you need to implement a drip campaign. A drip campaign automatically delivers a form of communication to customers or prospects on a predetermined and scheduled basis. But here's the really cool part about this. Do you remember earlier when we were discussing how you need to create a compelling offer that practically forces prospects to request it? But here's the really cool part about this. Once you create your compelling offer, all you have to do is take specific segments from that offer and send it to your prospects on a consistent basis. Do you remember earlier when we were discussing how you need to create a compelling offer that practically forces prospects to request it? Let me show you an example of how this was done for a client that owned a sunroom company. When homeowners consider any type of remodeling project, whether it's their kitchen, an updated bathroom, or in this case, installing a sunroom, wouldn't they love to get their hands on what you might call an idea guide that features various models or state-of-the-art concepts? Let me show you the idea guide that was developed for this sunroom company. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you agree? Well, would you like to hear the sad thing about this type of informational offer? Most prospects don't read it. They will request it with every intention of reading it, but only about 20% of them actually will. That's okay though, because it has already done its job, which was to compel the prospect to give us their contact information so we can begin our 5 to 12 touch points. And we simply use the information in the idea guide to do that quickly, efficiently, and inexpensively. Here are a few examples for the sunroom company. Notice in the idea guide it starts out listing the 7 benefits of owning a sunroom. Benefit number 1. Enjoy the outdoors 365 days a year. Obviously, that's a huge reason someone would buy a sunroom, but unfortunately, 80% of prospects won't read that. Notice that benefit number 4 says that owning a sunroom recharges your solar batteries. Benefit number 5 is major as it educates prospects that a sunroom actually increases the value of their home. But my point in showing you these is to emphasize that once you create your compelling informational offer, you pretty much have everything you need to implement your drip campaign. Now let's calculate how this strategy will conservatively impact your business. Remember, 80% of sales take place only after 5 to 12 points of contact, and none of your competitors are doing anything like this whatsoever. Since you will be the only one in your market with this in place, you can logically expect to see a dramatic increase in both sales and conversions. Let's examine what a drip campaign can easily produce for your business over the next 12 months. And it's important to note that amount can easily double each year, year after year, for as long as you keep your drip campaign in place. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? Use the information I just mentioned to ground your prospects in the fundamentals and principles of drip campaigns. Use the following information as a general summary if needed. 80% plus of all sales occur between the 5th and the 12th point of contact between the business and the prospect. Most small businesses never follow up. This creates a huge opportunity for any business that does follow up. It's absolutely vital that all small business owners create a strategic drip campaign based on their specific marketing process. A drip campaign automatically delivers a form of communication to customers or prospects on a predetermined and scheduled basis. In essence, you continuously drip various forms of communication to your prospects in order to nurture them in their decision-making process. It's critical you know and understand the difference between lead generation and lead nurturing. Lead generation offers information in order to compel prospects to raise their hand and identify themselves as prospective buyers. Lead nurturing reinforces the benefits and market dominating position presented in the lead generation information. A scheduled and consistent drip campaign can produce dramatic sales increases for any business that implements one. Here are some platforms I use: Auber, MailChimp, Constant Contact. Book your one-on-call to go through your email marketing platform.